Hi, my beautiful, lovely friends. As you can see, I'm a little bit messy today, but I thought that we would do a video on chakras. So if you did my chakra meditation, you know that we are starting our chakra unit. I did the poll. You guys said you wanted to learn a bit more about chakras, so we're going to do a unit on chakras. It's going to be about 2 weeks, and then we'll move on. But here is our basic first lesson. I'm going to go over the chakras with you, their colors and their meanings, and then we're going to get into really what are chakras? What is that? So chakras are balls of energy. Inside of us, we have chakras all over, as do everything else. Everything in the entire universe holds its own power, its own energy, and you do too. And the whole basis of witchcraft is that energy and the manipulation of it. So we're going to get into that. Chakras are going to be our basis for energy work. So let's begin. Chakras. As you can see here, we have 7 main chakras. As I said before, they're all over our body, attached like a web, but these ones are the biggest, most brightest, most controlling. Every being in the world has these 7 chakras. And as you can see, they line up in a line down your spine across all your vertebrae, if you know what that word means. But sometimes they can be unbalanced and not aligned. One chakra can be bigger than the other. One chakra can be dimly lit or out of line. And it's all based on how we're living our life, what's affecting us, our karma, things like that. Now, there's a lot to learn about chakras. You may notice that the colors right here and which colors. Take a second to read over this chart for yourself, and then we'll go over it together. So now let's get into a bit of the history of chakras. So chakra, the whole idea of chakras originated in India between the 1500s, 1600s kind of era, and it is found in the oldest text ever, the idea of chakras. They found, archaeologists and historians found building after building scribed into the walls about chakras, statue after statue portraying people and gods with these chakras, and they found the names. These are translated, of course, but it's a sort of, they call it, the word chakra means spinning disc or a wheel, and that means because they're ever moving like planets. As you can see, these guys are sort of aligned in our spine, but meaning that they're moving means they're always changing and they're always progressing and moving. Now, let's get into what each chakra is. So if you want to get out some notes and write this down, that's perfectly fine. If you don't want to, that's okay too. So we're going to start with the root chakra, which is at the base of your spine. As you can see, that guy's red, and he's for basic trust. This guy is your foundation, your personality, what grounds you. That's your root chakra. Then's your sacral chakra. This one's right at your belly button. Well, it's a little bit inward and down, but pretty much right at your belly button. This one is for pleasure, sexuality, creativity. This one is for, what gets you vibing, moving, adrenaline, that kind of stuff. The next is your solar plexus. This guy is right at the base, the point of your ribs on your sternum. And it is a bright yellow sun, as you can see, solar plexus, solar as in sun. This one's for wisdom and power and where you hold your power and where your place in society is. The next chakra is the heart chakra. This one is green, and you can imagine by the name heart chakra, it's right on your heart. This one's for love and healing, not just love for others, love for yourself. This one comes a lot with protection and feeling stable. The next one is your throat chakra. As you can see, this guy's a light blue, and it's for communication with yourself, loyalty, honesty, all of those amazing things. Next, we're gonna go to our third eye chakra, and you've definitely heard of this one before because witches use it all the time. And I think, it's a little overrated because you will have to work on all your other chakras too, guys. We'll learn about that too. But The third eye chakra is right in between your eyebrows, right there on your head. That one can be pretty powerful and strong in some people. As you might notice, it can tingle from time to time when we're doing meditations. But this one's for awareness. It's for like intuition, your knowledge, things like that. You know, when people say, oh, open your third eye, that can often help in spells and because of intuition and manifestation. The last but not least is your crown chakra. Right here, my friends, right here on the middle of your head at the top. This, and it's a little above your head, but you know, it doesn't really matter for this. This is purple, and this is for spirituality. This is for all your beliefs in yourself, in others, in the world, your connection with higher beings, with the universe. All of that is situated right there. So I just said a lot, so I'm going to give you a second to kind of look this diagram over, make sense of what it's saying, and then we're going to switch to some other interpretations of the chakras. So I'll give you a second to look this one over. Okay, so now that we've gone through these chakras, we're going to do something a little silly. So what I'm doing right now is I'm looking up on my phone just to make sure that I'm getting the right things is, oh my gosh. Oh goodness, is we are going to talk about foods for our chakras. So we get a lot of talk about your chakras can be unbalanced. What does that mean? Like, how can they be unbalanced? How do you get them back? How do you get them to be balanced and aligned? So we're going to talk about that. And I thought it would be fun to do something silly and talk about foods for your chakras, foods you can eat for each chakra. So this one could be a funny one to write down. And I'm going to do a challenge, a sort of, not extra credit because I'm not grading you guys, but to eat one of these foods and tell me about it for which chakra. So if you want to write this down, that would be wonderful. But first is your root chakra. And this chakra is with root vegetables, as you can imagine. So carrots, potatoes, and beans, tofu, any nuts, those kind of things. So if you eat any kind of root vegetable, carrots, potatoes, beets, radishes, anything like that for your root chakra, and that strengthens it. So for your sacral chakra, that comes next, and that is like a fiery kind of spot. You can feed that with, strawberries and mangoes and vanilla, cinnamon. I know cinnamon's a very big thing in the witch community. Let me think of another. Watermelon is a really good one for this one. So any kind of like citrusy, like oranges are really good for the sacral chakra. Oranges, strawberries, coconut, mangoes, watermelon, all that kind of stuff. Anything with cinnamon. So maybe if you eat cinnamon rolls. Next is solar plexus. And this color is yellow, as you can see. And this one governs sort of your self-esteem kind of stuff. So what we're going to talk about is eating grains, cereal, rice, sunflower seeds, milk, kinds of dairy. So that one, ginger also works for this one. As you can think, some of these, I know ginger gives me acid burn, which makes sense for where your solar plexus is placed. But so cheese, dairy, any kind of grain like cereal, that's for their solar plexus. Then comes your heart chakra. And this is a very healing chakra. So you're going to want to eat lots of leafy greens. Dandelions are good for this. You probably are saying, Tia, dandelions? We don't eat dandelions, but they're actually quite good for you. Not with any poisonous things on them, so make sure that you don't have any pesticide dandelions. Any kind of greens, cauliflower too. And then our next chakra, our throat chakra. This is, as you can think, when you have a cold, what's good for your cold? Mint, any kind of mint tea. Tea is really good. Water. Water is one of the most things you can do for your throat chakra. So I know all of you can drink some water and tell me about it. Just do it with the intention of getting better communication. Now, our next one, the third eye, this one, you want to dark blue foods, which is hard to find, but dark berries like blackberries and blueberries and grapes. I'm not going to say WINE, juice, drink grape juice, anything like that, kind of dark foods for your third eye. People say chocolate sometimes opens their third eye too. So maybe get some chocolate ice cream for yourself, guys. Next is going to be the crown chakra, my favorite one. Incense is a really good one. Don't eat the incense, but incense is really good. And you can use any detoxins. So drink tea for this one too. Do a steam, kind of. Drink water for this one too, guys. This one doesn't really have many foods because it's outside your body. But for your crown chakra, eat anything that nourishes your soul. So guys, that was really fun learning about the foods. I thought it was fun for me. I hope it's fun for you. But when you eat these foods, it's not just about eating them. You have to eat them with the intention of the chakra. So me just drinking water isn't going to give me good communication. But me taking my water and saying, this water is going to help me with my presentation today at school, and I'm drinking it to aid my throat chakra, then of course, it's going to help you put your intention into it. And that's what we're going to be talking about. So this week, I'll post it as an assignment. We're going to do a project with the foods for your soul, which foods for your chakras. And you can pick any of these foods. I'll make a document, and we're going to do that. Well, thank you guys for doing this and for watching this video. And I'm so happy to be here with you guys. Let me know if this worked. Bye, guys.